Black Sheep. We're going to be talking about September. Today's reading. What's going on with September, huh? All right, so let's get started. I haven't put the cards yet. Let's do that now. The number 7 is coming to mind. So we're definitely going to get some major spiritual insights this month as it relates to our personal path. Okay. Of course, my husband's over there dancing, trying to distract me, so I don't know if I actually just shuffled 7 times. But we're going to go with it. And we have, I don't have any set spread, but we're just going to pull a card that represents you this month and 3 cards that help to shape the story. Okay, so of course, definitely have the spiritual insights coming through, and we're going to expand on that. The card representing you is the 5 of Wands reversed, and then the cards helping to shape the story are the King of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, the Hierophant reversed. And the main thing that's sticking out is this Hierophant reversed. It definitely is relevant to the spiritual information that I mentioned earlier, where your beliefs are being challenged to where you may be questioning yourself. So that's exactly what's going on with this 5 of Wands reverse. You're going to have this inner conflict based on things being different than what you expect them to be. Information is coming through this month to change your perspective, and it's hard because this is major information. This isn't something simple like, oh, make sure that you're checking for your keys before you leave the house so that you can stop having to repeat this pattern of going out, coming in, going out, coming in. This is more along the lines of what you thought you believed is wrong. And it's not that it was wrong, it's just that it no longer served you, but it's going to feel like it's wrong. And that's exactly why it's important for you to watch this message today, because it's very important for you to avoid beating yourself up, saying, oh, I wasn't smart enough, or reflective enough, or spiritual enough to avoid things that I thought that I should have avoided. That is, it still has a sliver of victim energy in that. You want to step away from shoulda, coulda, woulda. Oh, I was dumb. Wasn't this enough? I wasn't this enough. No, it happened for a reason, because you had to understand that program before you move and shift into the new one. And so we have the King of Pentacles here, 10 of Wands. This is a lot about how you're approaching your work ethic, thinking that you have to put so much energy out and overburden yourself in order to accomplish comfort and all the things that you desire. You think that you have to put all of this effort out. And so that is what's changing this month. You're understanding that this fire, because it's quite interesting how it's fire and earth. Earth is more passive, fire is more active, sure. And so there's this conflict that's based on that. And it's been going on. this conflict has been going on for a while, but that Hierophant reversed is the energy that's coming in to say, okay, let's override this conflict because we don't want this to keep happening, which is another 5, by the way. The Hierophant's another 5. So it is very important for change to happen right now. And that change, again, is relating to your perspective of your work ethic, thinking that you have to do so much labor and be so strong and carry so much in order to have an accomplishment. That is not the case. You want to have balance between labor and attraction. You want to be in, and this is just a reminder because, again, this is information that's already been there for you. It's just coming out a bit more forceful now because you haven't tapped into it fully. So because you haven't tapped into it fully, it's going to be undeniable this month. You're going to have many opportunities because you're going to be ruminating. And these thoughts are going to be, dang, I have to do this. Like, one part of your thoughts are going to say, wow, I really need to do this. I need to work hard at this. And then another part of your thoughts is like, well, why doesn't it feel easy? Why does it? If it's meant for me to do this, then why does it feel like this? And the reason that you're having these thoughts that are questioning the hard work that you thought that you had to do is because it's time for you to bring change to that. So that is what we can allow now. I'm actually going to grab my pendulum and send some energy to everyone who's watching this. I didn't have to go far. Just take a couple deep breaths, right? I'm gonna hit 7. And it's amethyst in its wonderful point shape that it's in. It's going to help to expand our spiritual awareness so that we can get out of this false belief pattern that's guiding our actions and making us think that we have to work so hard. Life can be easier and you can still find satisfaction and reward without it having to struggle first. Okay, so I'm placing that here in a place where it's apparently not on the camera. And here we have the pendulum. Okay, and just within myself, I'm going to call forth my guide. Okay, let's do this. All right. I allow the spiritual elevation that's happening at this time in my life. I wholeheartedly trust in the divine to guide me at this time. I know that there is transformation happening within me to resolve the inner conflict that I've been feeling, to resolve this lie that I've believed, to have peace, to elevate and ascend beyond this conflict. This conflict is resolved now. I am able to allow life rather than force life. I'm able to attract rather than force action. I live in my purpose easily, effortlessly, without doubt. All doubt is removed, cleared, resolved from all of its core, all of its cause. It is resolved on all timelines, all spaces of existence that relate to me, all planes of existence, as it relates to me, as it relates to you. You and I are, we're healing at the same. So I'm using it interchangeably. This conflict is cleared. Flow is allowed to take place in my life as it is supposed to, as it is destined to allow my desires, my comfort, to allow me to take lead in a way that is not overly forceful, and allow me to take lead in my life, to allow things to come. I no longer believe that I have to overburden myself in order to accomplish my goals. And you are having a great time, enjoying, experiencing happiness while all of this is being resolved, because even during the challenging moments, you know that this is all working in your favor. And that is my sign there. I just got a sign there. That's all. That's all we need. All we need. And we're going to experience life as the crystal by just being and radiating who we are. Just being is the answer to resolving this conflict. Ashe. And that concludes this month's reading, and I'm so grateful that you watching it this far, and I want to know your thoughts before the month, during the month, and towards the end of the month. I wholeheartedly believe in checking in where you decide to get your information from, your reminders, your soul reminders. That's what I call these sessions online. These collective readings are your soul reminders, because we're going through collective experience, correct? So check in and let me know how it resonates with you. As always, all right, everyone, have a beautiful month, and do not let these conflicting energies cause you to put out an energy that causes more conflict. We're going to fight it. We're going to fight it with peace, fight it with allowing, and fighting with knowing what's going on. All right? Okay, until the next video. Bye. If this resonates with you and you would like to book a personal reading with me, visit nirvanacompass.com.